going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, back again with another next video. Today, we're going to get into Quadeca knots. So, I'm expecting this one to be, I guess, more of a rap kind of track because it's not off of I Didn't Mean to Haunt You. Sorry, I Didn't Mean to Haunt You, that album. And I don't think so. And I don't know, it just looks like it's a rap kind of vibe with this painting, this little artwork he's got here. I don't know. We're going to jump right into it. Hope you're having a good day. Come vibe with your boy. And I think this one's older than I Didn't Mean to Haunt You. His production is something else. Almost like gorillas. Okay.
I walk around with nuts on my neck, in my chest, in my neck, in my chest. I walk around with nuts on my neck, in my chest, in my neck, in my chest.
I like that deep synth bass he added. Oh. Part go kind of hard. Dude, his rhyme schemes in here are crazy. This production, this beat is insane too.
You took out that dome too soon. It was like explaining in the red room. I'm doing it in front of the projector. I watch it all again.
Alright, here's the thing. I really like the creative aspect here. I really like the experimentation. He's really off the rails doing something very, very different. Again, the only vibe influence I get is Kanye. I can't really put him in a box. I can't put him in like, oh, he sounded like this person. The only thing is just some Kanye vibes here and there, but it's still very different than Kanye because the overall sound is just very different. there's things that I liked in here and things that I didn't like. I liked the writing in here. Very good writing. He's very good at writing. A lot of his songs, I've been thoroughly impressed with both the way he structures his raps, but also the complexity of his bars and his metaphors. Like, he is a very good rapper in terms of how complex he can get. Also, his rhyme schemes and his flow. His flow is usually really good. The rhyme schemes in here stood out more than the flow on this one. But I like that, and I like the creativeness of the beat. But the quality and the mix of the beat, I think, is good for what it is. But the mix of the vocals, again, this is an issue that I've had in a lot of Quadeca songs, or a few of the reactions that I've done, is the mix for his vocals. I don't care for the mix here. As I've said in other songs, I think his voice is getting washed out too much in the instrumental. Instead of the vocals being up front and a little bit more clear, he blended them into the mix, and for me, it just gets washed away. And a lot of these sounds, especially from doing so much engineering myself, a lot of the frequencies blend together and clash with his vocals to where a lot of that distortion especially makes for a poor mix, in my opinion, because it just gets lost. You have to really, really, really dial in on his voice to hear what he's saying, which takes a little bit of the fun out of the experience as a listener. It's not fed to you, you know? And I know it's done intentionally, but I don't care for it. I don't like it because I don't get to appreciate the song as much and everything that he's done here when I'm spending a lot of my focus honing in on his voice to try and see what he's saying, versus if it was a little bit more clear in the mix and those vocals came through better, then I don't have to spend a lot of my brain power focusing on that, and I can focus on multiple things of the song at the same time and enjoy it better as an experience. So for me, I really don't care for the mix. The beat as well. I like the idea of a lot of the production that's going on in here, and it is very experimental, but I felt like it was too many different experiments in one. It felt like a Frankenstein beat. And if that's what he's going for, then he nailed it. If it's not what he's going for, though, I think he made a mistake because it's a Frankenstein of a beat. There's just too much going on. Nothing I felt stuck. It didn't really make a cohesive idea. It just felt like a bunch of random chaos. And if that's what he's going for, he nailed it. But if not, it's just too much chaos. Maybe he's going for that because he said he has knots in his chest, knots on his mind, knots, he's got knots. And I think he means that, like, problems, when you have a knot in your chest, you can't really breathe. You're like, oh man, it's because you're stressed. You're going through something. So maybe this is kind of the embodiment of his stress and what he's going through. And that's why it's so chaotic, because maybe his life at this point in time was so chaotic that this is a good reflection in sound of what his life was, just chaos. And it was causing knots and stress, which kind of is what the song gives. The energy kind of gives this stressful, chaotic environment of sound. And if that's what he did, very good from a creative standpoint, again, but I don't like the mix. I wish the mix was more clean for his vocals, and not necessarily the sound. It's usually just a volume thing with him, because I like the effects he throws on his voice. I like the distortion that he throws on there. I like the EQ that he's doing, where he's cutting out a lot of that. I think it's high end or low end. I mean, he does both, but it gives that phone effect. He's got distortion on there. He's got a lot going on his vocal chain, but I want it more audible, and that usually just comes down to, most of the time after it's already been mixed, is just decibels. So again, this one, not my cup of tea. I like the writing. I like the idea of it, but I don't like listening to it. Felt a little bit like a chore and too chaotic. But those are my thoughts. So that'll do it for today's reaction video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment down below. It helps the channel grow, helps the YouTube algorithm. If you're new here and you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button. I drop a video every day. If you're not new here, welcome back. Appreciate the love and support. Y'all know what to do. Leave some comments down below. I would love to hear everybody's thoughts and opinions on this one. What do they like about it? What do they not like about it? Let me see if I can maybe there's a story behind it. Let me see if I can frame my perspective differently and give it another go. But for me, it's not a very friendly listen. It's not an easy listen. It's almost feels like a bunch of mumbo jumbo. You know what I mean? For lack of better terminology, that's what it feels like. It's just too chaotic. Y'all let me know what you think, though. If you're a fan of Quadeca, be sure to support Quadeca. Always support the artist, the band, the YouTuber, the entertainer, whoever's making content or music for you, support that person. So with all that being said, hope you're having a great day. Sending positive vibes your way. And until next time, I'm out.
Ride for you if you ride for me. On the window hard, I'm trying to play for keeps. You ain't gotta worry, put your trust in me, 'cause you're running from your problems.